in physique competition. He had 0% body fat. He didn't have a six-pack, he had an 8-pack. I saw muscles in his body that I didn't know existed, and I made an A in biology. He said, it's what you do daily. A little here, a little there, and you keep on growing. I wish I had somebody in here. Anybody in here say, I'm going to grow this year? Yeah, I've been stalling, but this year I'm growing up. Yes, I've been procrastinating, but this year I'm growing up. Oh, I wish I can preach it here. I'm excited about life. And you ain't going to make me feel like you messed my day up because I had a bad shift at work. I wish I had somebody because I got a stomach virus. My head hurt. You know, one doctor said the presence of pain proves that life is somewhere because dead stuff don't feel nothing. Oh, I wish I had somebody in here. Follow him in his precepts. John 15:7 says, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, you shall ask for what you will and it shall be done unto you. Have I got a witness in here? And not only should you follow him in precepts, you got to learn how to follow him in prayer. Everybody talking about prayer, ain't doing it, Big Eve. I'm going to pray for you. Pray for me right now, right here. You might get busy later on today. I'm going to hell. Pray for me on the spot. I'm going to talk to God about it tonight. Why you got to wait till the night? Somebody got up this morning and ain't going to make it to 12 o'clock noon. They used to say you can be here today and gone tomorrow. But you can be here today and gone today. I wish I had somebody in here I can learn how to talk to God. Have I got a witness and a warrior? But then follow him in practice. I had a woman ask me this morning. She says, I've been in the Bible. I've been in church. But I still struggle with certain things. And I'm wondering how come I'm not growing. I'm wondering, should I do more reading? I said, I agree with the reading. But the warning is to respond. You must live upon the revelation that you do have so that you can grow and receive revelation that you don't have. If you're not doing what you know to do, you're not going to grow or go where you're trying to go. In other words, even the reverend got to practice what he preaches. The teacher got to keep what she teaches. You can't treat your book like a novel, and you got to treat it like a road map. I know a girl that trusts in the TomTom navigational system. I don't care how many times you've been to the city. She's not going to listen to the human. She's going to listen to TomTom. And you ought to have a TomTom spirit about the Bible. I know I want to cuss him out. But the Bible said pray for them that use you. I wish I had somebody. I know that preacher crooked, but the Bible said tithe in the storehouse. I wish I had a witness in here. I know my sister only called me when she needs something. But the Bible says, yes, be a brother. And they stick it closer than any brother. I wish I had somebody in here. You got to do what's right because it's right. Not because the folk you do it to been right. You got to do it even if it costs you. Because I want to follow him in my practice. I'm going to get ready to bid you farewell. But we're going to look at it again. We're going to talk about the greatest person again. The greatest perception. We're going to talk about the greatest process. I wish I had somebody in here because he called you to the greatest purpose. I don't have time. I'll close on it. But he called you to be fishers of men. I wish I had somebody. And I'm going to develop the points that you got to learn to fish. You see, I'm a South Memphis cat. I've never been fishing. I don't understand a pole, a line, and a bait. I've never been fishing. But they tell me that fishing is therapeutic. They say it don't matter what you catch. Just being in the water takes you to a different level. In the church, we got to learn to fish. Can I be arrogant 1 minute? This preacher is working too hard. He's preaching too clear for the room to be half full. Folk ought to be fishing, telling them I know where you can get your wood, but then they got to live to fish. When you catch a scoundrel, they love to fish. Every Saturday, while the birds are chirping, they'll ride to the water. They love to fish. They live to fish. Did you hear me? But you got to leave to fish. You can't fish at your house. Fish on your back porch. Fish sitting here in the church. You got to get in your whip. Go where they're biting. I hope I can talk to you here. Live to fish. Leave to fish. And learn to fish. You know we're going to talk about Sister April. I'm going to tell them first. You got to catch the fish. I'm sick of folk out there looking down on folk. You smoke dope. You drink alcohol. You got a wife and a hand. You got 3 families. Talking about what you ought not do. You won't tell them old cats. The only reason you ain't doing it no more is cause you can't. Horns ain't honking at your door. They not blowing up your hook no more. So it ain't cause you're so right. Being that you done got old. I wish I had somebody. There's some folks so sanctified that they forget they were strung out. I wish I had somebody that saved 10 years. Act like they got it together and still speaking and geeking. I wish I had somebody. Before you try to clean the fish, at first you got to catch the fish. Get them saved. I wish I had somebody. Get them in church. Get them in Sunday school. Get them in a small group. And that's how you clean the fish. And did you remain? You got to contain the fish. Now mama can eat fish every day. I can't eat fish like that. But the thing about fish, you can't leave it on the table. You can't leave it on the back porch. If it don't spoil on its own, the maggot dogs and cats will get it. You got to put it in a bag. I wish I had somebody. That's how big he'd give me some buffalo. It was in a bag, chopped up in the steaks, and frozen, so it'll be preserved. That's how come I won't see in church. When you go to the club, and you throwing out. I wish I had somebody. When you go to the casino, and you throwing out. Did you hear me? I'm getting ready to jump the broom. But I'm not going to have a big boy bachelor party because I'll be throwing out. I need to stay content. It's time for you. Did you hear me? But here's what you ought to do. When you catch the fish, clean the fish and contain the fish. Don't go ham on the fish. Commercialize the fish. If you catch enough fish to eat for one day, you're going to be broke and hungry. But if you're a fisherman and ain't using hooks, you dropping nets, it didn't mean you do it for a living. I wish I could preach right here. I got a job, but that's not my life. I wish I had somebody. I buy, sell, and trade, but that's not my life. Every piece of jewelry I got can always get sold if the price is right. But that's not my life. Did you hear me? I live to catch fish. I live to preach his word. Did you hear me? You get up in the morning, say I'm going on the job, and I'm working for a check, but I'm looking for some good fish that need to be caught by Jesus. Can I leave you right there? I heard of an old man that found a dog. He was a Labrador that had been crushed by a car. 7 bruised ribs. 3 of his legs were broken. His nose was skinned up. disappointment.